We're going to start with this. One of the films that we're all really looking forward to coming up here is Wonder Woman 1984. Patty Jenkins, of course, absolutely crushed. Did such a great job with that first Wonder Woman movie. I just have all the respect in the world for Patty Jenkins. I think she's great. And, you know, it's funny because the first Wonder Woman movie takes place back during World War I. Now, this one is in the past again, not as far back, but 1984. So question has been, like, if they ever did another one, where would they go with it? Well, somebody asked Patty Jenkins that specific question while promoting her new series with Chris Pine. And they asked her, where would you go? What's Wonder Woman 3 going to be? Where's that going to be? And this is what Patty Jenkins had to say. She said the following. I'm not set, as in she's not 100% doing Wonder Woman 3, but we all know she is. Mm-hmm. But I'm not doing another period piece. It's definitely one of the things we talked about. I'm not planning to put it in the past again because where are you going to go? You have to go forward. It's definitely a contemporary story. Now, compiled on top of that, they went on to ask her about a few other things, and she's talked about Justice League, and she said, you know, I hope we don't do another Justice League for a long time. And she went about how now's the time for individual stories, kind of doubling down on what the Warner Brothers executives have been saying. So hearing Patty Jenkins say, we're going to do the next Wonder Woman contemporary, don't start getting your hopes up that that means that we're going to have some kind of team up with her. Apparently that's not the direction they're going. Robert, does this make sense to you that, you know, obviously people are kind of already speculating, looking down the road to Wonder Woman 3. It's already successful IP. Does it make sense to you that she would say, yeah, we're not going backwards again. We're going to go in the present day?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. It's hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that Wonder Woman takes place in 1984 because that was 35 years ago. Oh. That was my youth. And that would be like in the 80s, a movie taking place in 1950. Yeah. You know, and when I was growing up in the 80s, I never thought that, you know, I thought 30 years ago was ancient history. And now we're getting, the thing I'm looking forward to most is there better be a lot of Duran Duran on the soundtrack. Because I'm a Duranie from way back. I'm a new romantic. I'm an old school new romantic. And I can't wait for the soundtrack for this movie. But yeah, I think they've got to make it contemporary. I mean, and what's really interesting is within those three movies, if they get to a third one, you know they will.
Yes.
What is going to be sort of the overarching commentary that we're going to get on Wonder Woman as a character? We've seen her in World War I. We've seen her in the you're going to be looking at almost a century of Wonder Woman. What are they going to have to say about that character, and what has she learned, and how has she been affected by man's world and 100 years of basically people treating each other horribly?
Well, we have had glimpses of that Wonder Woman already, both in Batman versus Superman and in Justice League. Not in depth, though.
Right.
So it'll be a little bit of a different story, like you're saying, when it's just her and her character and their formation on that.
I'm curious because no one's really ever done that in pop culture like this. And I think they by bringing Wonder Woman into the modern age the way focusing on her, not like being the secondary character in a movie, I think it could be really, really interesting. I mean, I can't wait to see Wonder Woman 1984.
As long as Patty Jenkins is directing, I'm all on board. And I'm just so glad she's back and being a powerhouse in the industry again.
Oh, yeah.